What is something that you learned in your past relationship that affects you to this day?
We are more to blame for the problems within our relationship than we're willing to admit, because we're constantly pointing the finger, you know? This is the relationship that taught me how control freaky and nitpicky that I actually was. How much like my mother I was that I did not want to be. He had started cooking dinner and we were having asparagus for dinner. Asparagus. Yes, and he was taking the asparagus and breaking the ends off of it, and I always just cut the ends off of my asparagus, and I lost my mind. I literally lost my mind about why the fuck are you not, it's like sweeping the kitchen the wrong way. There's not actually a wrong way to sweep a kitchen, but my perception of it, because he wasn't doing it the way that I would do it, it was wrong, you know? And I did not realize how awful of a person, if that was the type of person, that's not an enjoyable person to be around, you know what I mean? That's not fun. It's not fun to be around people who want you to be perfect and do things the exact way that they would do them. You want to be around people who give you the space to be yourself, and I was not a person who gave other people, especially in the context of a relationship, the space to be themselves. And so that's something, this was 5 years ago, that's the last relationship that I was in, and that's something that I've looked at myself and admitted, I guess, and kind of done a lot of inner work on. Reflecting on that relationship taught me, I could have a laundry list of things that relationship taught me, but when you get in these situations, it's hard to think. Whether you cut the asparagus or break the asparagus, it doesn't actually fucking matter. There's that's how nitpicky I was, is that I'm making big deals about things that are not even
Dramatizing things.
Yes, exactly.
I do that too.
Yeah. And I still do that in other ways, but I was holding myself to a standard of having to do things a certain way all of the time, and I was not happy, and not within the context of the relationship. I also wasn't happy there, but not because of the relationship. I wasn't happy with me. I didn't give myself the space to just be free and do things the way that anyway. Why wasn't I just breaking the asparagus? I break the asparagus now. I don't cut my yeah, because why would you not? That's so much easier, and it does not matter. It's not. Yeah, well, that's what he said, that it breaks at the natural point that it's supposed to break.
I don't know what that
Yeah.
I don't think that men need to come first. I think it needs to be fair.
If a guy came up to you and was just hey, can I get your number? What would you say? If it's just a guy that you kind of find attractive, would you say yes?
If it's kind of attractive, no.
What would have to do it for you?
If it's somewhere maybe in a restaurant or in the middle of the road, maybe if it's kind of attractive, I will give him my number, and then if he'll invite me to go to somewhere, I will go.
Would you ever approach a guy?
Not anymore. I'm in a place where I want to be in my feminine energy, and there's a certain kind of guy that I want to attract. I want to be, okay, so not approaching someone and allowing someone to approach me ensures that they have the confidence to take action, and it almost, how you do one thing is how you do everything a lot of the time. And so if you're willing to approach me, you're probably willing to plan a date, you're probably willing to take initiative in other ways. And yeah, and I don't want to be in charge in the relationship. And that's not the impression I want to give either. And so
What specifically don't you want to be in charge of? So what do you guys think holds your relationship together?
Yo, that's a good question. That's a good.
Nothing?
Yeah, that's a good.
You're yeah, that's a good question. I don't know.
The spot. I think the charisma.
Yeah, the charisma.
How it's because we're so similar, but yet so different in so many ways. If she likes it, I like it, but it really depends though. It's some things we do like and some things we don't like. But it's our opinions are so I guess you could say ironic sometimes. This was what she told me. She told me if you're a person that smokes by yourself a lot, that's depressing because you're just doing it just to do it. You get what I'm saying? Not to have fun. You're just doing it as an addictive thing. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
You think you should do it just to be happy. That you're doing it by yourself at all times. Think to cover your feelings, as a cover up, not as to actually enjoy it or at a certain perfect timing. Or you say you don't drink, right? or you go out with a group of friends one day, then you'll drink to have fun with them. Like
But what if you're drinking alone?
You get what I'm saying?
When you think of people drinking alone, it sounds kind of depressing.
So what did you learn in your past relationship that affected you today?
There's no loyalty at all. These days, there's no loyalty at all. Nope.
Did he cheat or?
Yeah. He was still having sex with his ex and still having sex with me.
How long were you together?
A year.
Did you immediately just break up?
Yes, of course. Immediately left the conversation, left the chat, left the phone number, left the text, left everything. I know the ex-girlfriend was a little bit psycho, but hearing everything coming out of her mouth that she knew about me said enough. You know, like I don't want to walk into someone and they're like, oh, like let me get your number. No, I want to see someone make an eye contact with me and be like, yeah, she's interesting. And when I see it, I'm like, all right. Yeah, I see you. You know what I mean? Like, just the feeling. I may be old school for that, but...
There's nothing wrong with being old school. Yeah.
I just don't... I can't connect. I can't even fuck you without connecting in that, like, sense.
Yeah, like casual sex means nothing at this point, right? You need emotional.
Right. We need some kind of attachment where I can really, like,
I can trust you.
get there, right?
Yeah. Casual sex? Man, I don't even bust nothing off of that. Are you kidding me? Casual? Sir, you don't even know me. You touched it wrong.
Not even, yeah. If you give any, like, weird movement, I don't want you.
I don't want you, right? If you breathe wrong, I don't want you.
Exactly, that's it. Like,
but when you care about someone, those things doesn't matter, right?
Right. Even for a hookup, I think, like, you know as a hookup, you know what you're looking for and what the guy gives you. So if that turns you on, that turns you on.
Right.
If you got it, you
sometimes
got
it doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of the times it doesn't.
Right.
And you know, we got to do better as women.
Unfortunately, yes. I'm going to agree with that one. Because my ex has taken a girl that was his ex before me. So I would say for this girl who's younger than me, do better. Do better. Because the reason why he's even able to go to you and open the door for you is because of the fact that you allowed it. I didn't allow it. So because he's able to go to you, it's because you opened the fucking door. Be better. Be better.
Be better than us,
be
babe.
smarter.
Be better.
Even if you're young, be better and be smarter. Try to figure out.
Those red flags, don't ignore them.
Right.
If it's about 5 of them,
Right.
you reach too many.
Yes. Because there's a reason why he left you in the first place, and he came back to me the second time.
I give him 5.
Bitch.
And that's my problem. I should give him 3.
Right.
Strikes, you're out. Job done. Eat no mas. Personally, this recent breakup that I went through, I painted my home, and as soon as I hit the first strip of paint, I realized like clarity. Like, you know what? I deserve better. I don't have to settle for what was given to me, and my girlfriends deserve better. We deserve to be happy, and why settle for less than that, you know? This motherfucker, let me tell you something. I've learned that if a man loves bomb you from the beginning, you have to realize what that is. Love bombing is real. This man met me, and the next day he wanted to just buy me a bunch of shit. That showed me he was trying to buy his love for me, and that pretty much nothing more mattered, right? He was like, listen, I got this to provide to you. Let me buy you some clothes. Let me buy you this. Let me buy you that. But nigga, that ain't mean shit. Let me tell you, because that pee-pee, well.